Appleton Farms was started in 1636 by Samuel Appleton, who immigrated to the colonies from Little Wallingfield, England. Appleton Farms is now the oldest active working farm in Massachusetts, with 650 acres of farmland, and it all began with Samuel Appleton. In the year 1636, Samuel Appleton began making his mark in the new land. He was born in England on August 13, 1586, and died on February 24, 1670, while he was living with his daughter in Ipswich. Upon his relocation to Ipswich, Massachusetts, Samuel Appleton was granted 2 land loans in order to begin his farm. He quickly became a well-known man in New England by taking the Freeman's Oath, which allowed him to be addressed with the prefix of Mr. John Winthrop lived next to the Appletons, and there was a strong friendship between the 2 men. Samuel Appleton also received the title of the Governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony in May of 1636, and the following year was declared the deputy at the General Court in Ipswich and Boston, Massachusetts. Mr. Samuel Appleton's children continued to live and operate the fields of the farm and passed down the family business throughout the generations. Mr. Samuel Appleton's eldest son, John Appleton, and his wife kept the farm in working business from 1622 until 1699, when John passed away. Like his father, John Appleton served the community as a deputy of General Court, treasurer of Essex County, along with being one of the justices of the Inferior Court of Pleas. In 1651, he married Priscilla Glover, who happened to be the daughter of Reverend Jose Glover, who was responsible for bringing the first printing press to the New World. He is considered the father of the printing press in the British colonies of North America. Years later, after Glover's passing, his wife created the Cambridge Press, the first printing press in colonies, and produced the first printed book in the colonies in 1640. The Appleton family was very committed to their community of Essex County and helped the communities reach milestones in the process of settling in the New World. 375 years later, Appleton Farms continues to be a community-based reminder of our country's pastime. The Appleton family beginning with Samuel Appleton, were not simply more farmers that traveled to the New World in search of fresh lands to grow food on. In fact, the entire family was always involved heavily in the community and were respected members of society. In 1998, Colonel Francis R. Appleton, Jr. and his wife, Joan, gifted the trustees of reservations with the land of Appleton Farms, with the request to keep it in an active and working farm. The trustees of reservations has honored their request and now allows family of the surrounding towns in Essex County to visit, admire, help, and share the beauty of Appleton Farms. Recently, the Appletons' family home was declared too old to be in use, when Lily, Kezia, and other members of the Old House fundraising committee saved the Appletons' house. Luckily, Lisa Kezia created a fundraiser for people to help repair this wonderful place. They succeeded, and it is still standing today, and now used for officers for the workers of the farm. It can be toured, but only with supervision of members of the farm because it is such a delicate place. The committee also saved plenty of historic items from the home. For example, pictures, photo albums, utensils, and furniture. These items give the tourist an idea of life back then and how the Appletons lived. As a part of the community-supported agriculture, Appleton Farms relies and is highly supported by the surrounding communities and the shareholders that they have at the farm. In the year of 2002, Appleton Farms opened its doors to the surrounding communities and offered 100 shares to the public in their first growing season. In order to obtain a share on a community-supported agricultural farm, at the beginning of a growing season, a fee is paid and the shareholders can travel to the farm every week and pick up multiple bags of fresh grown produce in the fields that span all around the barn. Today, in 2011, there are over 500 shareholders and the farm is currently cultivating 25 acres of land. The shareholders are encouraged to go to the farm not only to receive their fresh produce but also to take advantage of the land that they have to offer. There are 12 miles of trails for hiking, biking, bird watching, dog walking, and cross-country skiing. However, taking a walk through the many acres of the growing food is beautiful as well. Appleton Farms has fields of blooming flowers in the spring and summer, fresh herbs and fresh produce with a wide variety of vegetables and fruit. In addition, the farm has obtained 40 New Jersey cows and sells grass-fed beef and fresh dairy products. One of the benefits of Appleton Farms is that it is available for public access whether a shareholder or not. Shareholders and farmers and staff all begin to cultivate relationships and bonds at the start of the growing season, with opportunities for group and community meetings at Appleton Farms. Along with its scheduled family days, Appleton Farms brings the community in Essex County closer together. Furthermore, it provides the communities with the education to make smart food choices and to truly understand where the food comes from in partnership with being a smart economical lifestyle choice. The majority of Americans over the last few years have been affected by the struggling economy, and it seems most are trying to cut back on expenses, and having local farm is a main contributor on how to do that. Purchasing produce from local farms helps support local farmers and puts the money back into your community rather than the large supermarket corporation. In the grocery store, produce is imported from all over the world using airplanes, trucks, and other forms of gas-guzzling transportation. However, local grown produce uses no fuel or vehicles to transport their fresh food, contributing to the fight to help the environment, and throughout the process it makes everyone more educated on where their food comes from. But specifically to Appleton Farms, everything is recycled and reused in a new purpose for the farm. Glass milk bottles are returned by the shareholders and reused. Excess produce is donated to surrounding local food banks, including Beverly Bootstraps and many others. Also, instead of harsh chemical-based fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides, Appleton Farms uses their animal manure compost to heighten the richness of they use. Appleton Farms is an everyday reminder in Essex County of our country's past and how history was made in the surrounding communities that are well known to us. The beautiful exterior of the farm directly reflects the Appleton's family beauty and success in Ipswich and expanding to the greater Boston area. The farm itself is economically smart, using sustainable products to increase our planet's health as well as the health of those who obtain the information and attend the farm. Appleton Farms is part of our country's past and 375 years later is still a part of citizens' daily routines and livelihood.